this life is over, I'll fly away to that home on God's celestial shore. I'll fly away. I'll fly away, oh glory. I'll fly away. By and by, hallelujah in the sky. I'll fly away. Howdy, howdy, howdy. Today we have a popular gospel song. Oh man, it was in the soundtrack of "Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?" And it's called "I'll Fly Away," written by Albert Brumley back in the 1920s. And I think he was picking cotton down there, and somehow he gets thinking about escaping, I guess, escaping from the hard work. Anyway, someday he wants to fly away, and that's what the title is, "I'll Fly Away." I got a capo here at the 3rd fret because I sing it in that range. And this is now standard tuning, 3rd fret capo, coming out of C position. So really, it's an E flat key if you're playing with a mandolin, somebody that doesn't use a capo, mandolin or fiddle. So, why is it E flat? Well, I'm at, here's the root, here's a C chord, and here's the root of the chord. The 4th fret, 2nd string, is a E flat. So, really just one fret up from a D. And you go alphabetically, right, in music. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. No H, go back to A. So it's A, B, C, D, 2nd fret. If you played capo at the 2nd fret and played the C, it'd be a D chord. Gets really fuzzy in your brain, that stuff. So 1 fret higher from D is, well, you can't go to E yet because there's a D sharp or E flat. They're the same thing. D goes up to D sharp. E is up here, goes down to E flat. So this is key of E flat. All right, alternating thumb, finger picking. Some glad moon. Lead in, 3rd fret, 6, open 5th, 2nd fret, 5th. And it leads right into a C note, which is the root of the chord. You hit the 5th and 1st together. It's the first 2 complete measures there. You need that note, it's a melody note. Go to an F. F, thumb over 6th string for the F, well, yeah, F from the capo. You want that F bass, low F bass. Okay. I'm looking at the tab here, by the way. It's going to be shown at the end of this video. So if you go and scan it and copy it, you can kind of follow along if you want on this tutorial. But here we're on F. I'm hitting pinky on the 2nd string, 3rd fret, because I want that melody note. Take it off again. Now this is a tricky anticipation or syncopation. We're at the end of this 3rd measure, 2nd line of the tab. on the F, and the very last note of that series of eighth notes, that's at the end of that measure, I'm releasing the second fret, third string, and getting an open third string. So it's like push rhythm, they call it too. It's like you're going to the next chord early, half a beat early. It's a really neat feature of finger picking. If you can get a hold of this, because you can do it here and there and everywhere, but you don't do it all the time, but it gives that little nudge forward. Sort of the same. Now, fourth line, second measure. I'm walking down. Remember at the beginning we walked up to a C? Now I'm going to walk down to a G, because G from the capo, third fret, sixth string, and we're going to that chord. So, and I'm forming G there. Third fret, second string instead of the third fret, first string, because we want that melody note. Yeah, how that goes. Chorus, or kind of the chorus. I'll fly away. Oh, all right, first measure of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 6th line. We're on the C. We're ready to go to an F next measure. So often, when that happens on the 1 chord, the C, you go into a 4 chord. You often play the C7, the 1-7. How to do that with the C? Pinky on the third fret, third string. Hear that? Right to an F. Now on this F, I am hammering with my little finger on the second string. It's normally on the first, right, with an F. And I want that melody note, but I don't just want to play it like earlier. I just want to give it a nice little sound there. And you take it off again. Back to C. Now it's sort of like the beginning again. Instead of walking down to a G, I'm not doing that. I did that anticipation push rhythm there again. I'm on the G and I want to go to a C. So I play the C early. Instead of that square, but I want a push rhythm. You hear the difference? So that's it. Easy, once you know how. Okay, guys, that's alternating thumb, finger picking. I wouldn't call it Travis picking. If you listen to Merle Travis, he uses one finger and a thumb for one thing, and he mutes the bass, this kind of thing. I don't do that. I could, but I don't. So I call alternating thumb finger picking, just finger picking. People usually know what's. If you're not used to it, do the bass part first by itself, all the way through the tune. Get your thumb going automatic, then start adding notes. If you're not used to finger picking, that's how you start. Take half of it. Well, the half is one thumb, is the thumb part. The second half is the finger part. Okay, have fun. I'll fly away. See you next time. Page 1. Page 2.